Once you've created a coachable call structure and staff can follow for each call, it's much easier for team leaders to know what to look for when scoring each section of a call and identify positive and corrective feedback opportunities they need to share about the calls they listen to. Now, what you need to make this happen is to create a call scoring and feedback tool like this one. This is a really easy tool to customize that I suggest people in my 7 Pillars Out courses use to customize for their own specific needs. And when you create this call monitoring form, make sure it identifies all the soft and hard skills team members need to cover as outlined in your call structure, and an overall score that indicates whether the call was awesome, adequate, or if training is urgently required. You want to make sure, too, that the team leaders score each area of the call structure to easily identify what was great about the call and what areas they need to coach their team member on. When you create this scoring and feedback tool, you also need to be sure to give score values for each area. So team leaders only need to tick the score in each area on the form, which automatically totals the result for the whole call. Just don't overcomplicate your scoring and feedback tool. I promise you, the easier you make this tool to use, the more team leaders will use it, and the quicker you'll get the improvements you want. And when you roll this out to your team leaders, be sure to have everyone in the same room listening and scoring the same call independently from each other. After they've all scored the call, go through each section of the call and discuss each team leader's score. This will deliver clarity and alignment on appropriate scoring for each section, so everyone is on the same page and there won't be big score variances for any section between team leaders. This also makes sure team leaders understand what your thinking is in terms of what's appropriate scoring and delivers consistency in that scoring, which is especially important when team members are moved from team to team. Now, when providing nurturing feedback on a call, it's important that team leaders and members listen to the call together and give the team member a blank score sheet for them to score the call themselves. By having them score the call themselves, they'll quickly see where they could have done better. And if they score for any section really different from that of the team leader's score, they can both discuss those differences, and the team leader can easily point out why they scored that section as they did. I mean, you can see how awesome a tool like this would be for your team leaders to use to zero in on the areas team members need to, be praised for, and those areas they need to be coached on. I bet your team leaders would love to be trained on how to use this tool, particularly with those underperformance on their team, wouldn't they? And it's really easy for you to check up on your team leaders to make sure they've been listening and scoring calls and providing corrective feedback. All you do is have them give you a copy of the form after every feedback session they have with their team members. Pretty simple.